President Obama putting the investigation in the FBI's hands.
At this point, this is now a FBI investigation that's been done in cooperation and consultation with local law enforcement. It is possible that this was terrorist related, but we don't know. It's also possible that this was workplace related.
Former FBI Assistant Director Jim Kallstrom is with me now. So, Jim, as a former FBI, what would you be doing right now, 24 hours later?
Well, I tell you, Deirdre, I'd be very, very busy and, checking everything that we can get our hands on. Stuff that's in the house, the communications devices, the neighborhoods, trying to build the network that the NSA would help us with greatly if they had the vision to get them back in the game. And we'd be doing all these things because who knows who else is part of this cabal. My heart goes out to the victims of this horrendous carnage, though.
Jim, when you speak about who else is affected, President Obama believes the U.S., and this is a general statement and, of course, not linked to yesterday, but is well protected against ISIS.
Well, Deirdre, we're a very open society, and I'm retired from the Bureau, so I don't have to be living in this cocoon of political correctness that sort of puts a cold blanket over reasonable thought, largely. Look, we have a great FBI. We have a great law enforcement team. I think you saw that in action after the fact. They all work together very closely. We've learned a lot of lessons. But we're a wide-open society, Deirdre. I mean, we don't really have a clue who's coming and going into this country. And that's just not the borders. It's the ports. It's all kinds of things. It's the hundreds of people that have access here without visas coming in from Europe. It's immigrants. It's all kinds of people. And we have an FBI that has the primary responsibility for countering terrorism in this country, and they do not have the resources. The FBI director has talked about that for months.
Right. From what we understand, 23 people needed for every one suspected terrorist, assailant, murderer, whatever title you want to use.
That's not accurate, but I'm not going to tell you what the real number is.
Really? Why not?
No, because I don't think it's wise for someone in my book
fair enough.
to be talking about things that would benefit any of the enemies of this country. So I can just tell you that they need a lot more, and they need a review of the Attorney General guidelines that they operate under. The general public can do more on the Internet than the FBI can without jumping through a bunch of hoops. And we have to deal with this communications crisis that has a lot of the ability of interception with court orders blacked out because of encryption.
Jim, thank you. Come back, please. Jim Kallstrom joining me there, former Assistant FBI Director.